Hey, morning, everybody. It's been a rough weekend. I was sick all weekend, and I'm still sick. I'm off work today. It's early Monday morning, October 3rd. Um, and so, yeah, excuse me if I'm coughing and sniffling and all kinds of stuff during this video. As you can see, I have not shaven. My face has not been shaved in several days. I just took a shower for the first time in a couple days, so that feels good, but still a little congested, of course. So I don't know if talking is the best thing for me to do, but I wanted to get this video out because I felt like it would be too late if I waited longer. So I'm going to talk about this now. I'll try and be brief. But basically, horror movie fans do this thing every year where October is like, idolized, or I can't think of another word, but you know what I mean. They love it. They love October. It's the spooky season. And then they generally, I've noticed, do like 31 movies in 31 days kind of a thing. And so I have never done that before. And I really want to. So I'm going to try this year really, really hard to stick to the schedule that I've made, which I will now share with you. And we'll see how it goes. The plan is to stick to the schedule and then have a video recounting the week on like Saturday or Sunday. So with that being said, I've broken the weeks. This was not my intention initially, but as I was going through movies to watch, I decided to categorize them. So like each week is a different theme, I guess. I also tried to make sure that it was movies that I haven't seen before, mostly, excluding one like big thing, but I'll get to that. So I guess we'll just get into it. And first week, don't ask me why, but I thought that it would be a good idea to watch the entire Omen series. That's 4 movies, and the Exorcist series, that's 3 movies. And I think half of the reason that I wanted to do this was just that they lined up for 1 week, and they kind of have similar premises, I suppose. And also just, I haven't seen a lot of these movies. I've only seen The Omen before. And so October 1st, we watched The Omen. We already have. We also went to the movie theater that day, right as I was realizing I was getting sick, so sorry about that. But no one else was at the theater. It was just me and Katie, so it's fine. But we saw Barbarian, and that was really good. So that was considered like a bonus movie, I suppose. Then maybe that can be like if I miss a day. That's like the one I could fill in to consider it 31 days of movies. And then of course October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Omen 2, Omen 3, and Omen 4 respectively. We watched Omen 2 yesterday. Haven't watched Omen 3 until later tonight when Katie gets home from work. And then 5th, 6th, and 7th, that's The Exorcist, Exorcist 2, and Exorcist 3. Haven't seen any of those movies. I've been meaning to watch The Exorcist for a really long time. I know Exorcist 2 is supposed to be kind of a dud from what I understand, but Exorcist 3 is actually kind of a hidden gem. So supposedly that'll be a good one. And of course The Exorcist, the first one, is considered a classic. So, but yeah, I'm really excited to watch those as well. Then week 2. Week 2 will be sequels to movies that I've already seen but haven't seen the sequels of. And I figured it was kind of funny to do the sequel week, week 2. I'm just trying to be a little clever there. October 8th, we'll be watching Phantasm 3. I've seen 1 and 2, of course, and they're both great movies. One Missed Call 2 will be on October 9th. I've seen One Missed Call. I shouldn't keep saying that because, of course, I've seen them all. I explained that already. One Missed Call was great. Takashi Miike is a director that I really like. He did not direct the second one, so I don't know what to expect story-wise or direction-wise or anything, but I'm looking forward to it. The Fly 2 will be on October 10th. That is a sequel to the Cronenberg The Fly, which I have watched for the first time very recently and was just kind of okay on, but The Fly 2 kind of has a fun premise, and I know Mick Garris is attached to it, and I don't know if I like Mick Garris's like movies necessarily, but I like him as a person, and I like his philosophy about movie making from the interviews I've seen from him. So that's why I'm put it on the list, is because I kind of want to know that. I don't know if Katie's gonna like that one. Then October 11th, Halloween 2, which I've never seen before, which makes sense. I've only said, of all the Halloween films, the only ones I've seen are the first Halloween and the first Rob Zombie one I think I saw when I was younger. I don't know if I remember much about it. And then the newer ones, I don't think I've seen any of the newer ones, and I need to, maybe next year I'll do a Halloween movie marathon. I'll watch the whole series in a week or whatever. October 12th, Critters 3. I have the Critters 4 movie collection on DVD. I kind of bought it on a whim because I wanted to see Critters. Critters 2 is a Mick Garris directed film, and that was good. That was a good one. So Mick Garris with The Fly 2, not letting me down, hopefully. Critters 3 is also notable for being Leonardo DiCaprio's debut film. I just, to be honest with you, I just want to watch Critters 3 and 4 so I can sell the DVD. Because even though I like Critters 1 and 2, I just hate how it looks on the shelf because it has like 4 movie collection. It doesn't even say, I don't think it even says Critters on the spine. And I don't know, just the white with black text just like really bothers me. So I'll probably just buy Critters 1 and 2, or the ones that I like. I'll buy them individually, used or something, because I'm just like a idiot freak like that. So October 13th, Gremlins 2, the new batch, which I think I maybe watched when I was a kid. I definitely watched Gremlins a lot. Loved Gremlins. Gremlins 2, I don't have much memory of. But I know it's kind of had like a renaissance in recent years. People have like come around on it and like understand what it's trying to do. So that's kind of a fun thing. I'm interested to see how that turns out. And then October 14th, to round out sequels week, will be the Evil Dead remake. I've seen the original Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. The remake I have seen before, but I just recently, if you saw one of my haul videos, I procured it on Blu-ray. For a pretty good price. It's kind of expensive, I guess, but it was like 10 or 12 bucks. But the remake is something I like a lot, and I haven't seen it in maybe 5 or 6 years, and I really, really wanted to watch it again. And I mean, I can watch it again whenever I want, of course, but I thought it fit in with this. Even though I guess technically it's not a sequel. I don't know. Is it a remake or a reboot? I don't know. I always call it a remake. It's fine. Good movie, though. Week 3. I have a long list of foreign movies to watch, mostly on Shudder. So I think these are all on Shudder, or were at one point. And 2 of them are on Canopy. So these are the foreign films that I've been meaning to watch for a long time. They've been in my list a while. So the first one on October 15th is Trouble Every Day. This is a Claire Denis film. I don't know much about Claire Denis. I have not seen any of her movies. But the premise sounded really cool, and I'm kind of interested in like an artsy or horror film, so we'll see how it turns out. October 16th is The Wailing. That's on Shudder. It's a Korean zombie film that takes place in like, historical Korea, as from what I understand. Or is it Korean? I thought it was Korean. Let me look it up. I have a computer right here. I can fact check myself. It is Korean. It's a Korean movie. It takes place in a remote Korean village I think it's a long time ago. Or maybe it's modern, but it just seems like a long time ago because it's so, I don't know. Okay. But I'm interested to watch it. It's a couple hours long. It's almost 3 hours long. But that's why I'm watching it on Sunday, where I have a lot of time after, I don't have to watch it after work or whatever. October 17th is Noroi, the Curse, Japanese found footage. I actually started this one like I woke up one morning and I started watching it and I fell asleep, partially because it was kind of a slow burn and partially just because I was really tired. I think I was like, my sleep schedule was fucked up. So I want to finish it because I know people like it a lot. I liked what I watched, I'll tell you that much. Then Suspiria, October 18th on Canopy. This is another movie that I started watching, and there's kind of a funny story attached to that. I started watching this on January 6th of 2021, which is, if you're not American, or maybe you don't keep up with American politics, that's when there was the attempted insurrection by all those MAGA people and like right-wing people on the Capitol building. And so I started watching it, maybe watched 20 or 30 minutes. Then my friend Alex messaged me and I was like, "Are you seeing this shit?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then I paused the movie, didn't finish it because we spent the rest of the night like on a Discord call with my other friend Chevy and Alex as well. and just like kind of talking about shit and keeping up with what happened. And so yeah, I didn't finish it, so I'm gonna finally finish it. And it's an Italian horror film, I should mention, which is why it falls into this foreign films week. After that, October 19th, City of the Living Dead. This is another Italian film, another zombie film. It's a Lucio Fulci movie, I believe. And yeah, I've just heard good things about it, and I want to watch it. So I'm gonna. October 20th, Ringu Zero. I've seen Ringu 1 and 2. I've also seen the Gore Verbinski Ring, which I enjoy. Not as much as the Japanese one, I don't think. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if I have high hopes for Ringu Zero. Ringu 1 is great, of course. Ringu 2 is okay. I don't really remember much about it, but I didn't come away from it with like a very strong feeling. But, you know, I figured I'd finish out the series, the original trilogy, as far as I understand it, and see how it is. Then October 21st, Dark Water, which is not the like Romanian one. I think it's Dark Waters, which I actually have seen and liked quite a bit. This is Dark Water, singular. It's a Japanese horror film. There's a lot of Japanese and not lots of Korean. There was only one Korean film, but I guess I just like Asian horror films. I think Japanese and Korean horror films are a cut above a lot of like American horror films that were coming out in the same time frame. I don't know, I just connect with them, so I like them a lot. I think this is Hideo Nakata. I'm gonna look that up to make sure that I'm not wrong. It's so nice having a computer. I can just like double check myself. I believe, yeah, this was remade into an American horror film. Way worse from what I hear. It's a Hideo Nakata. Oh, his name is so familiar, and I don't know what else he's done. What else did you do? Oh, he's the director of The Ring. I'm stupid. Yeah, he's the director of The Ring. Duh. So I guess I'm watching 2 of his films that week. I didn't intend for that, but that's okay. Oh no, sorry, he didn't direct Ringu Zero, but I'm watching a film from a series that he spearheaded a little bit. Okay, yeah, and this is like a family paranormal movie. Like I think it takes place in like a house, mostly with a house and young kids and yeah, that sort of thing. You know, a lot of Japanese horror films kind of deal with trauma and ancestral guilt and that kind of stuff. So, excuse me. And maybe one day I watch the American remake. It does have Tim Roth in it, so I'm not gonna sneeze at Tim Roth, but we'll see. Okay, week 4. This is kind of like a cleanup week for me. These are movies that I've started watching and have not finished, or movies that I've been meaning to watch for a really long time and have always just put off. I'll tell you which is which when I go over it. So October 22nd, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is a classic. I really have wanted to watch this. This is the remake, of course, in the 70s. But I just haven't. It's been on my HBO Max list for a while, and there's been a couple nights where I've been really close to turning it on, but I turned something else on for whatever reason. So October 22nd is going to be when I watch that for real. 23rd, May on Shudder. They just added this, and I was floored because I've heard really good things about May. It's kind of a hidden gem from what people have been talking about. And I don't know much about it. I just know that people like it a lot. So I'm going to watch it now that it's on Shudder, now that I have access to it. It's the first time I've seen it on a streaming service, so hopefully it'll be good. Nightbreed, October 24th. This is a Clive Barker film. I've seen Hellraiser 1 and 2, and I really enjoy those movies. I have a couple Clive Barker books that I haven't started yet, but I will be starting sometime in the future. And Nightbreed is just kind of one of those old monster movies. It kind of plays on those tropes, I think, and I'm just interested to see how it'll turn out. Or not how it'll turn out, how I'll enjoy it or how I won't enjoy it, so we'll see. October 25th, Zombie. This is a Lucio Fulci movie as well. Italian zombie film. This is one that I started and I fell asleep 15 minutes in because I turned it on one day after work and I was just exhausted. So yes, I started it and I haven't finished it, but I really want to finish it because I don't know, something about the first 10 minutes that I was conscious for. I don't know. And what I've seen of it too elsewhere, it just kind of interests me. October 26th, Malignant, James Wan, I believe. I've seen a lot of other of his films. I've seen the Insidious films mostly. I've seen all the Conjuring universe stuff, and that stuff's okay. I've seen Saw 2. Malignant, I watched the first 30 minutes. It was late at night, and I just fell asleep, but I was interested in what I saw. It seems a little bit unconventional, plot-wise, and from what I remember, the directing was a little bit, a bit of a throwback to the weirder 70s and 80s horror films. So I'm really interested to finish it out and see how it goes. And then the 27th, Black Sabbath. This is a Mario Bava film, I believe from the 60s, late 60s or middle 60s. It's like an anthology. I watched the first part and I told myself that I would finish it, like maybe do one part a day for that next couple days, and I just never got back to it. And then what made me want to watch it again was that I saw somebody, I'm not sure who, talking about another one of the 3 stories, and that one just like kind of, I was like, whoa, that seems strange. It was one with the old woman, and I was like, I need to watch this one, so I'm gonna start it over and watch it again. And then the 28th is Hereditary, a movie that I started and fell asleep for. Again, you're noticing a pattern here. I fall asleep during a lot of movies because I have a bad sleep schedule and I fall asleep easily. But Hereditary is a classic, modern classic. You know, people love this movie. I saw the really, really traumatizing scene early on, and I was interested, of course, but I just didn't stick it out. I think it's kind of a longer film. I think it's closer to 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken. And I just, just didn't have time to, I fell asleep. What am I talking about? I fell asleep. I had plenty of time. I guess I didn't have time to stay awake. Yeah, it's over 2 hours, but I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna enjoy it, I'm sure. So yeah, that's that. And then the final 3 days, since they don't fit a full week, the final days are kind of just not themed, whatever I want, essentially. So October 29th, I'm actually hosting a Halloween movie marathon, scary movie marathon for Halloween. It's kind of a Halloween party for my friends. Here's a list of all those movies we're going to watch. So I'll run through these really fast. All of these movies I've seen before. And I've actually talked about some of them, or talked about some in the same series already in this video. Reanimators first, American Werewolf in London, Tremors, Day of the Dead, Phantasm 2, Life Force, One Missed Call, and The Thing. We're going to be watching movies from about 1 in the afternoon till about, I think, close to 1 in the morning. And so it's going to be exciting. And then the next day, October 30th, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to watch Titan, I don't know how to pronounce it, and Possessor. Those are 2 movies that I've really wanted to watch. They've been recommended by my friends, and I've been meaning to watch them. They're both on Canopy. I'm going to watch them on October 30th. And then October 31st, which is a Sunday, I believe. Oh, no, it's a Monday, isn't it? Oh, it's a Monday. I didn't realize that. That's fine. A Monday, I'm going to cool down. We're going to watch Over the Garden Wall. Just going to cool down with Over the Garden Wall. Classic to me. Cartoon Network animated series, miniseries. People from Adventure Time worked on it. Elijah Wood stars in it. Christopher Lloyd's in it as well. It just has really good fall autumn-y vibes, and it's just got a really cool story, really neat animation, really neat world building and ideas. And I just want to watch it again. I kind of an annual thing that I'm starting to do. I did it last year. I didn't watch it on the 31st last year, but I think maybe that'll be my going forward. What I do on the 31st is just watch Over the Garden Wall and just relax. And that's everything. Yeah, I'm gonna try and put, if maybe you saw it or not. If you didn't, then I'm gonna look like a fool. But I'm gonna try and put the stuff right here so you can see it. So there's some visuals. It's not just me looking at my computer screen the whole time, because I didn't have any of these on physical media. Well, I do have some things on physical media, but I didn't bring any of that because I was like, screw it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to what I'll be watching this October, this spooky season. If you're gonna do something like this, let me know what you're watching. If not, that's okay, because I understand it's a lot, and I'm probably not even gonna follow this to a T, I would imagine. Yeah. Oh, and stick around for Saturdays and Sundays all October. I'll be throwing up these review videos for all the movies that I watched. So this next Sunday, which will be the 10th, the 9th, I think there'll be a Omen Exorcist retrospective kind of review video for that. So hope you stick around for that if you want to, I guess. One more cough to send you off. Didn't mean for that to rhyme. That's okay. All right. See you, everybody. Have a good day. Hope you're not getting sick like me. Oh my God, Jesus.